just about set to go. And the starter for Toronto, Kevin Gausman. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Trey Turner, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
First pitch, 7:07.
And that's a little bit high.
Well, second pitch of this game and already getting squeezed a little bit.
Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Kyle Schwarber in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Gausman in his 11th season, he features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Schwarber working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had "hit me" written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
And here comes Alec Boehm. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
Gausman throws over, and Turner's back in. Runner takes off. There's a ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game one, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Runner on the go again. Pitch misses. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. Right-hander kick steals. Swing and a chopper out to short. Bichette whips it to first. But it's 1-0 as the run scores.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. That one finds the zone. 0-1. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Two down, nobody on. That one misses. And a count 1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
And they'll do it again. looking. That's a strikeout. One run on one base hit, no errors, and no one left. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Phillies 1 and the Blue Jays coming up. Back now in Toronto. And today on the hill, Ranger Suarez. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
We go to the bottom of the first, and now for the Jays, Bichette. He swings and hits a fly ball center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Splits the plate, and it's 0-1. Runner at first with no outs here. And he chases that one. And now one away.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice two-strike pitch, though.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Suarez checks over to first, and he's back.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
Man at first, one away. Little chopper rolls foul. And a curve is down and in.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
And that one almost hit him.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
To third, might be 2. Over to stop for 1. And that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We move to the second in Toronto. It's the Phillies 1 and the Jays nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, top of the second. Here's the speedy catcher, JT Realmuto. Gosman back to work. In for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next offering is in for a strike. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides, and with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
Zips it across. Leadoff man retired here in the second. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that
Batting
play in
sixth,
your
third
experience
baseman,
and what the strike
Edmundo
zone is like?
Sosa.
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Edmundo Sosa, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. Gosman, not a big strikeout guy, but still very effective as far as starting pitchers go. One of those guys that involves the defense and really gets him involved in the action.
He moves the ball around all the quadrants of the strike zone and will add and subtract velocity. And because of that, he gets the weak contact. It's all about missing the barrel of the bat.
Goes down looking. Two outs, base is empty. Now, Weston Wilson. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. It seems like this type of guy is kind of a dying breed nowadays.
Well, exactly. When teams are looking for high velocity, high strikeout rates, a guy like this doesn't necessarily do that. So in order to really appreciate how good he is, you have to see him, because if you're just looking at a stat sheet, you might overlook it.
Tosses to first, and the Phillies are set down in order. Down quickly go the Phillies, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. And ball one.
Really good athlete, and many times you talk about, you know, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop. Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
Next pitch is outside. That one to first. Takes it himself. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Addison Barger.
Addison Barger getting ready to hit.
He's been showing off some pop lately. 3 homers already in this series.
Down the middle for a strike. 0-1. And that skips into dirt.
1-1.
1 out, base is empty. And the next pitch is way outside. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Wilson on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And
Batting
there's 2
sixth,
away.
First baseman, Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. And that one off the outside edge. Pitch misses. Now 2-0. There's the swing and a miss.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
Into the outfield, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Batting seventh, second baseman.
And next for Toronto, Davis Schneider. Missed inside with the curve. Line drive, and this might be trouble. And that one's going to get into the corner. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score and tie it. It's 1-1.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So up next for Toronto, Miles Straw. And that's fouled off.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Schneider stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Ball 1. This one in the dirt. Tied up here in the early going. Misses inside. Now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We head on now to the top of the third. All tied 1-1. And we're back. And stepping in is the speedy Bryson Stott. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Ball 1, no strikes.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Fights it off, he'll see another. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Now a chance for Johan Rojas. One down, base is empty. Fly ball to right. Springer makes the play. That's out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop Trey
So
Turner.
the Philly batting order turns over. Here's Turner now. He led off the game with a single and then came around to score. That misses. Ball 1. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Two outs. And that's downstairs. And it's 3-2. Towards first, Clement. The flip to the pitcher covering. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Phillies down in order. Still tied 1-1. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's a speed threat. Jonathan Placet.
If there's nobody on in front of him, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
Not close with that one, and that is ball one. And another ball.
2 balls, no strike. Hey!
Out in front and foul to the left side. High fly ball, right field. Castellanos moves on it. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, shortstop Bo Bichette.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Bo Bichette up to the dish. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Hit in the air, right field. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
Guerrero Jr.
That one ripped left field. And in one hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he'll make it safely. That's a double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Here's George Springer. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. And delivers outside. Man on second, 2 down. And that's in for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
He goes down looking. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. 3 innings complete, all tied 1-1. Back now in Toronto. Here's some real power at the plate. Kyle Schwarber. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Late swing, foul to the left. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
The 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for Philadelphia.
And now
First
it's
baseman,
Alec Bohm.
Alec Bohm.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
That's out to center field. Strong. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Caught looking his first time up. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Two down, nobody on. On the ground at first, Clement. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing here this half. And midway in the 4th, all tied 1-1. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom 4, and the batter now, Alejandro Kirk. Kirk, in his 5th season, 26 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. That misses the zone, 2-0.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
2-1.
Curve in the dirt. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. Puts a bunt down. There's one, and he'll eat it and be happy with the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ernie Clement.
So up next, Ernie Clement.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Now batting, second baseman.
Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. Doubled his first time up. In the dirt, blocked. The tag at third, and he's out.
Well, you want to see guys aggressive out there on the base paths, but you also want to see them smart as well in making their decisions. And right there, couldn't really tell how far away that ball was. So if that's the case, you got to shut it down. He gets caught stealing there, takes himself out of scoring position.
Man at second. Swing and a foul out of play. In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Runner at second, 2 down. That one misses, and now 3-1.
Oh, they've had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. In comes the run from second. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the center fielder, Miles Straw. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. It'll bring up JT Realmuto. Gosman back to work. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
Well, these Phillies just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
One and 2 now. And that one hit to first. Clement steps on the bag, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Now batting.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And here is Sosa to the plate.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Foul ball there.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
1 down, Phillies down a run. That pitch gets the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Wilson in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And that's ball 2. Right through there for a strike. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. Outside corner, got him looking. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And they trail it here 2-1. And we're back.
Leading
And now
off
here's a
for the
speed threat.
Jays,
Outfielder,
left
Jonathan
fielder,
Clase.
Jonathan Clase.
That's in there. That's strike one. Got him swinging.
Well, that was the cutter down and in right there. And typically,
Now
if you're
batting,
going to have a chance with the
shortstop,
pitch,
Bo
if it's down,
Bichette.
that's your best chance of doing anything with it. It's kind of like a mini slider, just with a little less vertical movement. But still, that one tied him up, and he couldn't get the barrel to it.
Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. Fouled off left side. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Outside corner, there's a strike. And a ground ball to first. Boots it. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll
Now
see
batting,
today, but they still get the out.
hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
2 down, base is empty. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 2. First
Count
pitch
1-0.
is in the dirt. Fastball for a strike. Up the middle to first, and Guerrero is set down. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They lead it 2-1. All right, we go to
Leading
the
off for the
top
Phillies,
half of
second
inning
baseman,
number
Bryson
6.
Stott.
And here is Bryson Stott.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. It's got a chance. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Now batting, the center fielder, Johan Rojas.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. Flied to right his first time. There's a strike. That clips a corner.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
That one off the mark. 1-2 to count.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
The Phillies down by a run, and we're the top half of the 6th. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
Trey Turner at the plate. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. He swings and fouls one off. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Offense held in check there. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. Blue Jays 2 and the Phillies 1. Back now in Toronto. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, George Springer. Down and in, moved his feet. Movement in the bullpen. Seth Johnson getting ready to go. Strom, the lefty, warming up as well. And that's outside. And it's 3-0. And that's in there at the knees. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even
Now
much to think about.
Catcher,
And the Phillies manager
Alejandro
making
Kirk.
his way towards the mound now as he will make a move.
Now pitching for
Now a right-handed
Philadelphia.
arm out of the bullpen.
Number
Seth
51.
Johnson getting ready to
Seth
make his
Johnson.
season debut. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. That one fouled off.
Well, these Blue Jays putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Got him swinging. Had him out front for strike 3.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch.
Third baseman,
Clearly he had him fooled.
Addison Barger.
And next for Toronto, Addison Barger. Johnson picks to first.
He's in there.
And Springer's in there safely. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. One-run game, 1 out, 1 on. And that one fouled off. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch
The first
before was
baseman,
up. It was
Ernie
very competitive,
Clemens.
and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Move to first, and
He's
Springer's in there safely. They say you win.
0-1's the count.
Just
Ball one.
missed. Springer off of first with 2 away. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Real Muto has room, and he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. Blue Jays held in check as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. We go to the top of the 7th. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Chad Green getting loose out there. Number 68, a left-hander, also throwing. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Ball 1.
Just missed. Called strike right there.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
And a swing and a miss. That's his 9th strikeout so far. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Alec Bohm digs in now.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
And that's outside. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. On the ground, right side. Schneider throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-0.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Next offering way off the plate.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here, or this could get ugly.
That's ball 3.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Fastball for a strike.
And you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
And a foul ball. Stays alive. Two outs. Got him. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. They're down 2-1. Back here at Rogers Center, set for the last half of the 7th. And now for the Jays, Davis Schneider.
Second baseman, Davis Schneider.
Johnson goes 6'1". He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a changeup, and he works in a 2-seamer. And that's too high. On the ground. Stop. On to first.
He's out.
And one away in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting, center fielder, Miles
And now the
Straw.
center fielder, Miles Straw. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. And it's 0-1. Base hit. Runner on at first with one gone. So up next for Toronto, Jonathan Clase. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. On the ground, 2 ball. There's one.
He's out.
And that's 2. One hit in the inning, but no one left. We look ahead to inning number 8. Blue Jays 2 and the Phillies 1. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Chad Green.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
Well,
Leading
one-run
off
game.
for Philadelphia,
Here's JT
catcher,
Realmuto.
JT
He's grounded out a
Realmuto.
couple of times. First pitch misses. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Jeff Hoffman, the anchor of the staff, is getting ready to close this one out. Swanson getting cranked up as well. And that one misses up and in. And the count is 2-0. Fought off foul. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Brings it in. And there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
Edmundo Sosa stands in for the Phillies. 0 for 2 in this one.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
0-1's the count.
One down, base is empty. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Here's the 0-2. Good eye
No,
right
that's down.
there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Oh, he can't hang on. Still manages a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
That play won't be trending on
Up
social
next
media
for
later on,
Philadelphia,
but it's
left
still
fielder,
important to
Wesley
execute it to
Wilson.
perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Wilson in the box again. Takes a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
A little bit low. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. And our score remains 2-1.
Now pitching for
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into
50.
the bottom of the 8th. Orion Kirkering.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So back to the top of the
Leading
order.
off for the
Now
Jays,
here is Bo Bichette.
shortstop,
1 for
Bo
3.
Bichette.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Up the middle, stop. Fires to first on the run, and very nicely done for the out.
Well, I'm impressed with this
Now
guy's
batting.
internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
And now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That misses
that's
the
off the
zone.
plate.
Ball 1. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. His second home run of the series, and they boost their lead. It's 3-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
1 out, base is empty, and the batter is George Springer. Popped foul out of play off to the right.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
He can live
0-2
up in the
the count.
zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Now the Toronto
Now
four-hole
batting.
hitter, Alejandro Kirk.
Alejandro Kirk.
Swings through the sweeper.
0-1's the count.
Strike 2.
0-2.
Two down, nobody on. Next
Ball
offering
right
is
down.
outside. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 2 outs. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that's going to get into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
So runner at second, 2 down. And next for Toronto, Addison Barger. That misses off the outside edge. Next offering is in for a strike. Kirk at second with 2 down. That one in there across the letters.
Two balls.
In the dirt. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Last chance coming up for the Phillies. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
He's got some of the best swing and miss stuff going right now. He's striking out hitters at a very high rate this year, so this should be fun to watch.
Bunting for a hit. Not in time. That's a bunt single.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. Rojas struggling on the road this season. Better results at home. And fouled off.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over. This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
No ball, 2 strikes.
With the tying run at the plate, here at the top of the 9th. That one missed.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
On the ground to first. Over to Bichette. To first. Double play. Nicely done.
Well, that's a huge ball in play to get the double play defensively. Just one more guy to get this save for the closer.
Last chance for the Phillies. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner. There's a strike. Inside. And the count is 1-1. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Hoffman is just 1 strike away. The shortstop takes the ball. And the slider just misses.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And it's ball 4. He missed down low. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Hitter, Kyle
and Kyle Schwarber will come up. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal. Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You've got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
That's down and in.
2. We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that is cut on and missed. It's 2-2.
It's a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Tying run at the plate. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. The tying run at the plate. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
And your final 3-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.